Hi everyone, it's Gary Nicholson here for weatherweb.net. It's the other video today on Friday the 30th of October. And just look at quite a notable feature on the weather maps today. This is Tropical Cyclone Chapala in the Arabian Sea, and now the equivalent of a Category 4 hurricane. This will make its way slowly towards the Arabian Peninsula over these next few days and into early next week. And quite a small system, but it could be some intense rainfall. That's one of the main problems by the time this makes landfall around Yemen or Oman, as most of the strongest of the winds will have eased considerably as the storm weakens as it encounters drier air off the Arabian coast. Could be rainfall totals then around 500 millimetres in some spots, the risk of flash flooding then where that falls over the very dry desert terrain. So that's the equivalent of around 5 years worth of rain in some of those regions, so quite a notable event in that part of the world. Here's a look then at the usual day 7 to day 10 means of the 500 millibar flow from the European and GFS models, and very good agreement still on these charts. This then for the period at around the 9th of November, so heading towards next weekend. A big trough out in the Atlantic, digging in with then the big ridge out over Europe towards our east, keeping us in that fairly mild south-southwesterly pattern throughout. And just to show you these charts running through this next 10 days or so, this is the surface pressure map then with the white isobars plus the 500 millibar heights shown in the colours. Here we are at the moment then. This is the chart from today with that strong flow from the south and the big ridge building towards the east, the trough out in the west of the British Isles. We've got that flow continuing these next few days, the big ridge and large area of high pressure over the eastern side of Europe, trough becoming cut off away towards Spain and Portugal, and here to produce some heavy falls of rain and thunderstorms through this weekend. We've got high pressure nosing back towards us then and keeping temperatures on the very mild side these next few days. All the details for your weekend and Monday as always in the fast forecast. We'll run that through into the start of next week, and that trough out towards Iberia just getting engaged back northwards and pulled in towards Biscay by around midweek. The big ridge staying well out towards our east, and by this time then just more cloud developing and the risk of some patchy rain encroaching into western areas. I think many areas starting to see some rain develop in the middle part of the week, but largely small amounts. Running that further forwards then towards the end of the week, low pressure in the Atlantic and a trough just beginning to dig in here, and that pushing its way further towards us and keeping us in a mild south-southwesterly pattern, which with time just goes around a little bit more southwesterly, and those temperatures just subsiding away slowly towards next weekend. I think rain just gradually pushing in from the Atlantic as fronts just move into western areas, so again the risk of some rain developing, most of it away towards the northwest. Just run that through further into the beginning of the following week, largely staying with a similar pattern really, with southwesterlies in charge. Always treat the GFS model particularly with some caution once you go this far ahead. It does like to go back to a fairly default westerly setup once you go well ahead, but this one on this occasion may not be too far off the mark, with a general return to a westerly pattern into around the 10th of November. And just to prove that we're in pretty good agreement, there's the European model showing for the 8th of November, and that similar trend then with the southwesterly pattern in charge is showing up on that European ensemble. But that's all for today. Thank you as always for watching weatherweb.net, and bye for now.